Guild Coliseum as Oregon State hosts Stanford. This game presented by Redbox. Speaking of the visiting Cardinal, lineup looks like this. Again, Dejon Davis, their terrific backcourt star, not playing again. Fourth missed game because of that lower leg injury. So instead, Dallaire gets the starting nod. Williams and De Silva will be a load up front. Jared Hass in his 5th year with the Stanford Cardinal. Last year with those 20 wins, first 20-win season since 2014-15. Boy, he's got this program heading in the right direction. They were on the bubble last year. Who knows what this year will hold? Oregon State, with a lot of the usual suspects starting, but go all the way down to Undella, making his first start of the year. That's after a 9-11 performance against Cal. And Wayne Tinkle in his 7th year, and all he does is keep piling on wins as he is able to get this team in conference play in areas where they're contending for the postseason. Tinkle has been so solid. Every year they win a little bit more, Eldridge, and that really helps, obviously, Oregon State and the conference.
Oh, for sure. You know, Wayne Tinkle's done a fantastic job. His son was here last year, Trace. I had a chance to talk to him before the game to ask him where he was. He said signed a contract with the Toronto Raptors and is going to play in the G League.
So we're underway. Oregon State and Stanford both coming in with identical 5-3, 1-1 conference records. Stanford coming off a disappointing loss against Oregon in Eugene the other night, while Oregon State rallies to defeat Cal. And already we're in an and one as Bryce Wills goes up strong and elevates to draw the foul.
And that was a nice find by Oscar De Silva. You know, he's going to get all the attention. The double, triple team comes, but he finds the open guy. I thought Bryce Wills should have just caught that ball and went up. He got lucky and putting it on the floor, but he's got a chance for and one, as you said.
Undella whistled for that foul. His first, team's first, so quickly Stanford up 3-0. De Silva, we make such a big deal about his scoring. We know that, but one of the best passers in terms of big men in the conference. He will find you.
Yeah, he's really unselfish.
Oh! Followed by Alatishe off the weak side. Oh, baby!
Oh, I heard he was athletic, but right out of the gate, he looked like he jumped off a trampoline.
Man!
Morris Alatishe, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh. So 3-2.
Oh, and we don't have to worry about any excitement in this mid-afternoon game. That's for sure, right out of the gate.
Lead us through this one, E. This was fun off that weak side.
Yeah, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, has nothing to do with coaching. This is just God-given athleticism. Morris Alatishe just jumping like he jumped off a trampoline. Go get it, young fella.
Okay, Dallaire whistled for that foul for Stanford, his first, team's first. Cardinal still leading 3-2. We're just underway here at Guild Coliseum. Cardinal, Beavers.
You know, and sometimes when teams play, the star guys don't match up against each other. But I'm excited to see Ethan Thompson and Bryce Wills go against each other. That's a really good matchup. Bryce Wills, one of the best defenders in the conference.
Sorry for stepping on you, buddy, after that turnover. And we're going to have to watch turnovers for both clubs. You know, they score for sure in the 70s, but the turnovers, they're going to need that without going the other way and converting.
Exactly. Both teams are going to have to take care of the ball. I expect Oregon State to do a good job of that. If a team is going to have more turnovers, I would expect it to be Stanford without Dejon Davis.
Davis again missing his 4th game with that lower leg injury. You look at the Stanford defense. Hass hangs his hat on the defense, that's for sure.
Well, everybody loves to score, but if you can defend, that's the way to win. That's the way to win ball games. Zaire Williams looked like he might have got hit in the face. He's taking a little time to shake off whatever contact it was trying to get over the top of that screen.
Commits the foul to boot.
There's Dejon Davis, the senior guard. Really, really good defender. Was averaging 14 a game.
They miss a lot. Yeah. Sitting on 1 point shy of 1,000 for the last 4 games. Climbing career charts galore and sitting on 999. 10 on the shot clock for Reichel. Tied up by Williams. Drive and kick, Ethan.
That was a good find by Warwick Alatishe. You know, had a chance to make the defense help, kicked it out to Ethan Thompson in the corner, had a great look, just couldn't knock it down.
And that's one you'll give the green light to in terms of Thompson as he leads this club in triples and three-point field goal attempts. He just kind of walked right into that one, normally makes that shot.
Exactly. I'll be happy with him shooting that all day long.
You bet. Williams, short on that shot. And Stanford will reload. Stanford with a nice job with the extra pass. How about that finish inside? Delaire with great body control to finish.
Oh, that was a beautiful move by Delaire. I thought he even got a little bit of contact, could have been an and one, but he took it in there strong, kissed it off the glass. Beautiful move.
Looked like he was expecting the contact, invited the contact. High percentage rebound attempt and put back by Oregon State. They're still battling.
They are going after the offensive glass, no doubt about that.
Oh! Alatishe on his keister watches that one fall.
That was a tough shot, and he's showing us his athleticism. He jumped in the air and just hung there for a little bit. Got that bad boy to go, but you can tell he has some serious bounce.
4 points already for Alatishe. You could hear De Silva just roaring as he wanted an and one there, drawing the foul. He will get a couple of tosses, but he'd love that one back.
Well, that was a nice pass by the freshman Zaire Williams. You know, flash to the high post there. Really, really unselfish play by both clubs so far.
Alatishe whistled for that foul, and here's a great look at De Silva, the 6'9" senior, who was just all over the Stanford charts on both sides of the ball. Leads them in points, rebounds, offensive boards, blocks.
I'll tell you what, and he must be money from the free throw line because no one is on the line for Stanford. He must be straight butter.
Goes to the line more often than anybody wearing the Stanford gear. Leads them in free throws made as well. So 7-4 Cardinal with the lead. 16:35 left to go in this opening half. Reichel cut off on the baseline. Kalu. Great hands by Stanford, and off we go. Wheeling, dealing, Wills decides to, oh, he comes up limping.
Oh, this isn't good.
And he wants some help, oh boy.
Yeah, I hope it's a cramp and nothing more serious than that because Stanford is already without Dejon Davis. They don't need Bryce Wills to go down.
Let's see if we can find where the plant happened. Oh gosh, coming down on Reichel's ankle.
Yeah, doesn't look good, huh? As he's being helped off the floor. That's a tough break for Stanford. You know, they've been through so much so far this season. You know, the COVID protocols, haven't played a game at Maples, and now the second star in their backcourt is injured.
So again, Davis, having missed 4 games with that lower leg injury, leads this club in assists, and as you mentioned, 14 points a pop. Here was the injury against Arizona on December 19th.
Well, and I think we just witnessed the top defensive backcourt in all of the Pac-12.
No question.
Just go down. You know, 2 guys that could really defend on the ball. Like I said, I was really excited to see Bryce Wills go up against Ethan Thompson. So this is a tough break for Stanford.
Unbelievable. As you mentioned, no home games, basically calling North Carolina their home gym to begin this season. And still waiting to go home wherever home is.
Yeah, they've been playing their games in Santa Cruz. It's just a tough year for the Stanford Cardinal. You hate to see anybody get injured with all the other stuff they've had to deal with.
So the freshman Michael O'Connell into the Stanford lineup now. Good D inside. And look at Andela just hanging tough with De Silva and forcing the travel from the senior. Man, we had a highlight moment right out of the chutes, didn't we?
Oh, man, did he go up and get it? He got me out of my feet. Go get it, young fella.
Yeah, baby. Half here at Gill Coliseum, the visiting Stanford Cardinal leading Oregon State 7-4. Wayne Tinkle on the bench, joined by his assistants, if you will, Director of Basketball Operations, Joey Petchel, and Director of Player Personnel, Tyler Kopp. Those are the assistants for the second straight game, as the normal assistants, Kerry Rupp, Stephen Thompson, Marlon Stewart, because of COVID protocols, Eldridge, cannot be on the bench, and Wayne put some others, pressed them into duty.
Well, I'll tell you what, not only do players have to be ready to step up, the coaches as well.
There's Dallaire with the pick and the flush.
Stanford's overplaying everything. They've obviously scouted Oregon State extremely well. They know what sets they're going to run, and they're just extending their defense and making it really difficult for Oregon State to get into anything.
Consecutive turnovers against Oregon State has put them in a 5-point hole. Thompson. Another good look for Thompson, unable to score. Crashing those offensive boards and denied his Undella.
Boy, did he work hard, though. I hate to see him not come up with anything right there because he hit the glass extremely hard, just couldn't get it to go.
Unlucky for Oregon State. Ball tipped away, but right into the hands of Silva for another Stanford dunk.
I'm impressed with Zaire Williams' passing ability. You know, we know he's a top 5 kid coming out of high school, and all the young kids want to score, but he's showing me here today that he can also pass the rock. Another great pass by him.
So 11-4, Stanford with the lead. Thompson double teamed on that baseline, gets out of trouble for Kalu. Short on that triple, and again we'll go the other way.
Yeah, Maurice Kalu coming into this one shooting 54% from the 3 at 6'10".
There's Williams. You love his passing, we love his shooting too, huh?
Well, I told you he was long and athletic. He can shoot the 3, he can finish at the rim, but he's playing with a lot of confidence there for a freshman. He's playing with an extreme amount of confidence. He did not hesitate at all to square up and just let that bad boy fly and yak him.
NBA 3 for Williams. And look at Dallaire just poaching.
Well, we talked about Stanford just overplaying everything. 6'10" for Dallaire. Great job of playing the pass lane, easy steal. And we see Zaire Williams here with another great assist. I'm impressed with his passing ability, and I know he can shoot the rock, but to see him pass like that as a freshman is awesome.
So what does Oregon State need to do to get back in this thing? I mean, we got a ton of time left, but they're down by double digits.
They've got to execute better. Stanford has obviously scouted their plays. They know what's coming. Ethan Thompson is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive. Without Bryce Wills in the game, man, I would think it'd be easier for him to look for his scoring, and that's what I expect here for this last 14-21.
So Thompson scoreless at this point. And, you know, he leads this club with 17 points a pop. That's obviously got to change as Jared Lucas, super sub, who can fill it up, checks in for Wayne Tinkle and the Beavers.
Yeah, he's instant offense. I'm pretty sure his name was highlighted on the scouting report. I doubt if they leave him by himself, but let's find out.
Gianni Hunt checking in as well, the lefty for Tinkle. Strong move to the hoop, little floater from Mandela.
I mean, absolutely beautiful Mandela. A jump hook right into the lane, got the shot that he wanted and knocked it down. That was too easy.
Felt the single coverage and just elevated with that strength. Williams. Tate's on the floor for Stanford. Great defense inside. I think Letitia got a piece of that. Tag team was Silva.
Yeah, that was really, really good help by Oregon State because I thought Oscar Silva was going to have an easy 2 right here. Looked like he went up and didn't want to charge, kind of pull back a little bit. But great defense for Oregon State.
Good help side D by Letitia. 5 on the shot clock for Williams. Tough shot in and out. Heartbreaker there. Good job by Kasunas as Haas goes to the block. Letitia with another rejection.
Oh, he's trampoline man here today. You got to come in there strong because if you come in there wrong, he's going to throw it right back at you.
Listen to you on both ends, my friend, on both ends. Williams off that pick. Picked up underneath. Floater is short. Kind of a garbage try right there by O'Connell. And Oregon State's going to go the other way.
Yeah, that was a tough shot by Zaire Williams. Put the ball on the floor and shot a left-hander in the lane.
Thompson bounces that ball out of bounds. Let's take a look at this block.
You know, Ann, I had heard about Morris Letitia, but seeing him live and in person, it's fun to watch him. He is springy.
Wow, transfer out of Nicholls State.
My neck of the woods. That's Louisiana.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
A couple of years there. All Southland Conference, really good player for that club, and a good find for Wayne Tinkle. A lot of new faces on this Oregon State roster, and he's made an immediate impact.
Well, his staff has done a great job of going out and getting some guys. And I tell you, Nicholls State, that's my one and only AAU tournament, and it took place there when I was in high school.
How'd you do?
I remember I had a nice layup on the break. That's it. Thibodaux, Louisiana. He's come a long ways out here to the northwest of Corvallis.
Make a note of this, picks up his second foul. So he's going to have to go to the bench, and in comes Kalu. But Alatishe, who was in foul trouble the other night as well, is going to sit for a while.
Well, that's the one thing about stepping up a level, because the Pac-12 is definitely a step up from Nicholls State. You just have to stay out of foul trouble.
Love the follow by Delaire. You know, he gets his third start of the year, and he has done very well for Jared Haas and the Stanford Cardinal.
He's active, man. He's active on the defensive end. He's active on the offensive end. You love his wingspan, his length at 6'10". He's guarding Ethan Thompson right now. How about that?
Thompson, NBA 3. Again, tough luck for Ethan. Here comes O'Connell. Four-star kid who was an absolute stud in lacrosse and basketball in high school. And again, an aggressive Delaire going to the rim, drawing the foul. He's got a couple of tosses.
Oh, Delaire came to play today. There's no doubt about that. He's being ultra aggressive offensively. He feels like he can get whatever he wants on that end. And with his size, once he gets into the lane, it's going to be tough to prevent him from getting off a good look.
So Ethan Thompson with that foul, his first, team's fourth. And winning out is Jaden Delaire, junior out of Connecticut. Good look at Jaden. So 17-6 as he splits the difference with his tosses.
Yeah, not to start Wayne Tingle on it.
No, very slow offensively. Thompson unable to get things going. Kalu scoreless. And just as I say that, Ethan says, oh yeah? Yeah, that's statement time. Let's see if that gets him going.
Well, that's a great lesson for the young kids out there. The defender turned his head, and Ethan just snuck back door and a beautiful pass. He won't get an easier two than that all day.
Thompson with his initial points of this game via the flush. So 17-8. Good hands, right to Angel. Boy, that's just good ball movement by Stanford.
No weak side help defense right there, though, and you know, I know Wayne Tingle's not going to be happy about that at all. Someone has to see you have to see the ball at all times, and somebody's got to rotate over to help. He dribbled that ball all the way from behind the three-point line. That's a tough one there by Jared Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, he pulled the trigger fast early in the shot clock. That was a one-and-done situation. Stanford looking to build on their lead. Delaire almost loses it. Tates, great feed inside. Kasunas hesitates, can't find the basket.
Yeah, you hit the right word, hesitate. Kasunas should have just got that ball and went straight up with it. That was an absolute gorgeous pass. He was spoon-fed but couldn't convert. Thompson invites the double. And one thing I see here defensively for Stanford, anytime Oregon State goes into a side pick and roll, they're forcing it down towards the baseline. They're not letting that ball handler come over the top.
So Thompson hits the deck hard. He'll go to the line. Look at that backdoor cut.
Yeah, he caught his defender sleeping and he made him pay.
Easy pickings, but Stanford still leads by 11. The Pac-12 and Oregon State is hoping that that initial bucket by Thompson gets him going. It's been quiet for Thompson and Lucas and Kalu.
Well, he had a tough defender on him. You know, Bryce Wills is one of the best defenders in this conference. I was really looking forward to that matchup. Hopefully Bryce is okay. But Ethan is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive if Oregon State is going to get back into this game.
Just to remind you that Bryce Wills went down as his foot landed on the ankle of an opposing Oregon State player on the break just a few minutes into this game and had to be helped off the court. So Wills not playing at the moment. Dejon Davis missing his fourth game with the lower leg injury, and that's one of the best backcourts in the conference that is not on the floor today.
Yeah, especially defensively. Both of those guys can lock you up on defense, but you know, Dejon averaging 14, Bryce averaging 10. That's just a tough blow for Stanford.
There's a lot of points and assists and steals on both ends as Thompson hits both. Reichel back on the bench for Oregon State. 19-10 Cardinal. 10:30 left to go here at Gill Coliseum.
And Oregon State is staying in that full court pressure, dropping back to the zone.
Delaire looking for some help. Kasunas right back to Delaire. Ball fake, 10 on the shot clock. Kasunas, one-on-one, wheeling, dealing. Can't get it down, still battling for that ball. As Reichel hits the deck hard, and the ball just kind of hung there for a while.
Yeah,
Picked up by the Beavers.
I thought Kasunas could have went after it.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he was going to go out of bounds.
Lefty Reichel wide open, front rim and off.
I tell you, and Oregon State, you know, Zach Reichel's a great shooter. Wide open look, just couldn't knock it down.
Oregon State, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the conference, not able to find their rhythm at the moment.
There's a lot of hands right there on defense by Zach Reichel against Zaire Williams.
So Reichel picks up his first. Silva back on the floor. 5th team foul on Oregon State. There's a look at Bryce Wills. Looks dejected. I don't blame him.
Yeah, this is a tough break for Stanford.
And, you know, Stanford on the transition game on that play, they were looking at a 2-on-1 scenario in their favor when Wills, so unlucky, comes down on the foot of a Beaver. Delaire inside to Silva, flags it down. 3 on the shot clock. Poke checked away by Oregon State. Here come the Beavers. Hunt all the way to the rim, you bet.
That's just a nice shot. That's just bad transition defense by Stanford on that possession. That's too easy.
Oh, that's got to make pass just nuts.
See Oregon State standing in pressure, dropping back to the zone.
19-12, under 9 to go. Oregon State hanging around. Williams cut off. Oh! Another tag team block by Oregon State's defense. It looked like Tucker and Reichel got him.
But I tell you what, and Delaire's he's being ultra aggressive. He got it blocked that time, but the way he's able to get to the basket is going to pay dividends for him. I think he's going to get fouled more times than not, but you're right, just a great block that time.
Tucker's going to get rewarded with that in the stat sheet. 6'10" sophomore out of Dallas, skying. And Stanford wants to take a timeout. So Oregon State trying to find some energy on both ends of the floor as Hunt flies in for the easy deuce, and then Tucker on the defensive end is able to come up with the block.
But they're creeping their way back into this one. If they can just get some shots to go down on the offensive end, because they're playing better defense, as we saw right there with that help and a great block. I'm just wondering if Stanford's backcourt is going to be able to hold up without Bryce Wills in his second half.
Okay, so here's the injury again. Early in this game, about 16 minutes left to go in the initial half. After the steal, here comes Stanford and Wills on the break.
Yeah, and it looked like he just went to plant that right foot, and something happened even before he stepped on Zach Reichel's foot. It was just not a good sign when you have to be carried off the court. I was hoping it was just a cramp, but it looks like more than that.
Just so unfortunate. Again, no Dejon Davis, no Bryce Wills, and some of the young pups in the backcourt pressed into duty for Stanford. A little excuse me play. And then how about De Silva hanging with that play? Misses the first one and doesn't quit.
That's just a veteran play. Seal this guy off really, really well. That's too easy. Oregon State can't let that happen on the inbounds play out of bounds underneath.
Like a layup.
Yeah.
Great inside look. Tucker can't finish. He'll go to the line. He's got to get that one down.
Gianni Hunt just blew by. He blew by Noah Tejas like he wasn't even standing there. But you're right, he has to convert.
All right, so Williams picks up his second foul.
This is just too easy right here, man. I mean, Oscar De Silva just flashes to the ball, seals his guy, and scores. You know, Maurice Kalou can't let that happen.
Tucker, as we mentioned, the sophomore out of Dallas, 73% free throw shooter, didn't score against Cal, but had a huge game against Wyoming where he was 8 for 8 from the free throw line, a bunch of blocks and 16 points. Gets the second one down, 21-13.
He's a big, strong body.
Yep. So Tates and O'Connell handling backcourt duties for Stanford.
It's a big responsibility for Tates here. He has to step up.
A lot of room inside for Dallaire, but misses the mid-range J.
He can't believe he missed that when he was wide open.
Yep. Hunt, drive, kick.
Oh, great recovery.
O'Connell able to reject Reichel.
Johnny Hunt seems to be able to get wherever he wants off the bounce. You know, he's just getting into the lane, creating easy shots for his teammates.
That was a good recovery by O'Connell.
That was.
As Thompson checks back in for Lucas. Lucas scoreless at the moment.
Yeah, Stanford didn't let the instant offense get going.
Nope.
What a luxury to have your second leading scorer come off the bench.
You ain't kidding. Off the pick, inbounds play. Again, a shot that Thompson normally makes. Oregon State battling, but the second opportunity isn't there, and here comes Stanford.
They're getting great looks. They just got to keep shooting, man. Good, wide open shots.
High percentage stuff for Oregon State, not falling yet. Tates short on that triple.
That was a deep one, man. That was a heat check by Tates. He was out there. We're living in this Steph Curry era. Everybody think they can shoot from 30.
Reichel quickly finds Hunt. And Hunt has been very good for Oregon State off the bench.
I like his energy off the bench. He's really active, penetrating that zone that time, squared up, and showed us that he can knock down the three ball as well.
It's been a while since Oregon State's been within 5. With about 5 minutes left to go in the game, they were within 5. Stanford's run.
That's just too easy.
Boy, and Silva just puts his head down, and when he smells single coverage, the three-footer's there.
And defensively, you have to know he's the best player on Stanford's team. When he gets to rock, everybody has to pay attention to be ready to help. Nobody came to help that time.
And he's catching it so deep.
Yep.
Again, high percentage look, not there. Good hustle play by Stanford. Silva doing his thing. Stanford leading.
Defensive pressure at all, rips through easy too. He's too good for that. Averaging 18. You got to know where he's at, and the help defenders have to be ready to help as well. When he gets the ball, everybody should know where he is.
Missed assignment on that last one as De Silva now has 8 points. He was in foul trouble against Oregon. Wasn't his usual self, but feeling frisky today. All right, 23-16 Stanford. 6:35 left to go in this opening half. O'Connell thought backdoor for a while. Tates didn't see him. Another rejection. Oregon State has had 3 or 4 of the blocks so far.
Well, you can see the effects of the starting backcourt being out for Stanford.
Yeah.
Or Tates didn't look like he had an idea what he wanted to do that entire possession. Decided to take it into the lane. Wasn't sure then. They got it swatted right back at him.
Ethan Thompson with the rejection.
Once again, that's just too easy.
Yeah, that easy inbounds play killing Oregon State.
Yeah, you got to do a better job, man, defensively on out of bounds underneath. You just can't let a guy flash to the lane, seal you, and score.
Angel, the freshman, with a season high now, 4 points off the bench. That was a layup, too.
Yeah, Wayne Tinker cannot be happy about that.
Off the pick. Big stick for Reichel. Boy, did Oregon State need that.
Well, he can knock him down, and they're going to need him, as you said. We know Zach Reichel can shoot the basketball.
2-possession lead for Stanford. Oregon State's going to have to hunker down in the half-court defense. Poke checked away. Tates is able to find it.
Back up guard in the game, put some pressure on him, making sure that he can make good decisions.
Ball batted around on the fly. Hunt. And again, energizing Oregon State off the bench. Hunt now has 7.
I love what Hunt has done off the bench for Oregon State. He's the reason that they're only down 4 now. His energy, decision-making, getting out there, look at him clapping. He's excited and ready to go.
Here we go.
He gets out and gets out in front of the defense. It's an easy 2 for him, but his energy has been awesome.
6'3" sophomore out of California. Really seeing a jump in performance and responsibilities this sophomore year, and he has been terrific for Coach Tinkle off the bench. Oregon State has needed every ounce of his energy to stay in this one, to your point, E.
Yeah, when your number is called, you have to be ready. And ready here today.
25-21, Stanford with the ball with the lead. Role players asked to step up big time in the backcourt for Stanford. 10 on the shot clock now for Jones.
Spencer's been quiet. He's a hit man for hire as well when it comes to shooting threes.
2 on the shot clock. Delaire poke checked away. Good half-court defense that time, and Tinkle is up clapping as the shot clock violation goes in Oregon State's favor.
Well, Oregon State has picked up their intent defensively. They're making it tough for Stanford to get good looks now. I mean, just great defense here. Delaire, too much dribbling.
Oregon State switching on that pick up top and quickly moving their feet. Nobody getting an edge to the basket.
I mean, but hey, look at Jordan Delaire. He's guarding the point guard at 6'9". He's out there guarding the point guard. I just love his athleticism and his wingspan.
Good hustle play by Ethan Thompson, diving to draw the foul. Delaire picks up his second. And that's the team's 5th foul. So kind of lucky there for Oregon State to get another shot at this.
Yeah, Stanford can't afford for Delaire to get a foul trouble. Look like he's going to come out and make sure he doesn't pick up threes. Yeah. Coach Hobbs is going to give him a blow.
James Keefe coming in for the first time for Stanford as Haas has to go deep into his bench.
James Keefe, I know I'm getting old, man, because I played against his dad, Adam Keefe.
Come on now.
He was at Stanford.
He was a good one, boy.
Yeah, he was a stud.
Long three. Oh! Gianni Hunt, yeah, I'm clapping for you too, young man.
Gianni Hunt is feeling it, man.
Woo!
That was a deep 3 ball, but he's playing with a lot of confidence, and he might get the steal here.
Look at everybody going to the deck.
Well, Gianni Hunt's made the difference, man. He's come off the bench, and he's played extremely well. He's clapping it up, knocking down threes. What an awesome shot. And I mean, man, he was deep. He's a good 4 or 5 feet behind the three-point line right there. Yak him.
And with that assist, that's the second one in the game for Thompson. So now he is in 7th place, all by his lonesome, passing the great Mark Radford for 7th place career assist mark for Thompson. That's huge.
And what a career he's had. As a part of TNT, Tinkle and Thompson, when his brother was here, when Trace was here. Now it's his show.
You gotta love that. And that's an unselfish guy. He's not all about just filling up the scoring stat sheet.
No, he isn't.
Good help side defense by Thompson, but it looks like he gets whistled for his second infraction. Back in a moment, Oregon State coming back. Match Player of the Year front runner, top 5 power rankings. And let's quickly visit what Ethan Thompson has done in his stellar career at Oregon State.
Well, and he's just been fantastic.
Man.
You know, came in, his brother Stevie was here, but you know, he's a senior, 17 points a game. And, you know, we throw the term around student athlete. This young man epitomizes everything that a student athlete is. 3.8 student, graduated in 3 years here at Oregon State, and now he's hitting his master's.
You just got to love that about Ethan. You know, he loved playing with Stevie, no doubt about it. But this is, you know, his club as Trace graduates last year. And every time he plays, he starts. Every time he starts, he brings something. I mean, he's just been magic for Oregon State.
Oregon State has had a special situation. You think of the Thompson brothers playing for their dad and then Trace playing for his dad. You don't see that a lot these days, and they all had great success. And look at this guy.
Come on, come on. Oh! There's your career high, young man. That's awesome. Gianni Hunt is feeling it in a big way. He's got 13 points now, 2 over his career high. Gives you 4 a game, stepping up.
And he is putting on a show.
Look who's leading this game, E.
He's like, this is my time to shine, baby. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
What? NBA. You better close out.
I mean, a little shake and bake and yak him. Right over Oscar de Silva.
27-26. Oregon State with its first lead of the game. 3:15 left to go in this initial half.
And now they're running him off screens, and they're looking for him now. And there's his partner in crime, Jared Lucas. We know he can light it up. What a surprise.
Great catch and shoot by Lucas. He really, I think, understood that defender was going to fly at him and make some contact. He just hung with it, almost delivered the goods.
And when I looked at the game notes and saw he scored 3,300 points in high school, I said, this guy can get buckets. He knows how to score.
Let's go. Hey.
Okay, so here's Hunt. Gives you 4 a game. Career high 13. We're in the first half, thank you. And he was talking about what Jared Lucas did in high school. Unbelievable. 3,300 career points.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
That's putting in some serious work. And back to Gianni Hunt. You know, every now and then you get a guy who's not on. I doubt Gianni Hunt was even on the scouting report for Stanford. And he's come in here today and he's lighting them up. 13 here in the first half, just huge.
And normally, you know, he butters the bread with his assist to turnover ratio, does Hunt. But today, he has taken over the scoring load as some of the big hitters for Oregon State have been relatively quiet. He has carried this club not only to coming back, but to leading.
You can just see him being vocal on defense. He's shouting out all the instructions defensively. Whether they're going to be in the full court press, if they're going to drop back man-to-man zone. As we see him here, they're man-to-man.
Let's see how Stanford responds. De Silva's going to have to be big. Remember, Haas going to his bench with more injuries.
Oh, nice pass.
Great feet inside, not able to finish is Keith. Battling is Keith. And he'll go to the line, stuck with it.
Yeah, you know, and some of Stanford's big guys are getting spoon-fed. That time for Keith. They're just not ready to catch them. You got to go up and dunk that ball if you're 6'9". I'm sorry, these layups is off limits for me. If you're 6'9" and above, man, you better go up there and crush that thing on somebody.
So Franklin picks up his first foul. Keith will go to the line. We're getting deep in this first half. Ash and Matt hanging out in our studios for the State Farm halftime report. They're waiting. They're going to fill you in on everything Pac-12 basketball and more. Our rare Monday afternoon Pac-12 men's matchup. This has just been a blast, Eldridge.
It has. Gianni Hunt's been fun to watch here. Let's see what he does. He's feeling it.
Look at
I'm expecting him to not run any plays and just fire that bad boy.
De Silva going high for that one. Here comes Tates.
Tates missed Keith that time.
Foul on the floor by Oregon State as De Silva was going downhill, baby. So here's some possible players of the year as far as Matt's concerned. What do you think, E?
Players of the year?
Yep.
I like Eugene Amarui. You know, I've had a chance to call a couple of his games at Oregon, and I just think he's fantastic. He's a grown man. 19 points a game. He can shoot the three. He can post you up. I think out of the list of guys I see right there, and I would go with Oscar De Silva, you know, next.
Yeah, I like Omarui too,
Oh,
the transfer out of Rutgers, and they've just been waiting for him to get eligible, have the Ducks. And, you know, you hate to see Dante go down with the ACL, so maybe a little more responsibility for Omarui, but he's been terrific.
There's been some tough injuries. You know, Chris Smith at UCLA, you talked about, and finally Dante, and now here, you know, hopefully Bryce Will's injury isn't too bad, but it's been some serious injuries. There's some key guys that can make a difference.
Double team. Oregon State looking for that extra pass. Gianni, plenty of time on the shot clock, and here's Reichel. Extra pass, Thompson, wide open. Just short with that three-pointer. Here comes Stanford with the chance to reclaim the lead. O'Connell all the way to the rim. Nobody stops him, and Wayne can't believe it.
Well, that's the way you have to be. You have to be aggressive in attack mode, and O'Connell was in attack mode that time.
Great job by O'Connell to see that the seas had parted all the way to the cup. Thompson looking for help as he picks up his dribble. Buck 35 left to go in this first half. Reichel draws the foul. He was in no man's land and really sold that one. Let's take a look at the freshman O'Connell.
Then you got to play aggressive, man. That's what he did on this possession, you know. He gets the rebound, he starts pushing it, no one stops the ball, and he just said, I'll tell you what, I'll just take this bad boy all the way.
Wow. Oregon State had been playing some terrific half-court defense. On the transition there, they fell asleep.
They sure did.
So Jones picks up the foul as Reichel will go to the line.
And Maurice Kalou comes back into the game. He's sitting over there for a while.
Well, he's been quiet.
Yeah.
So good in that comeback against Cal with the 14 points and the dagger three, one of 3 triples in the comeback effort against Cal.
All in the second half. Did all that damage in the second half. Has a really nice looking shot. You know, he was highlighted on the scouting report, so they hadn't let him get off to a good start here today. He hasn't scored yet.
31 apiece. Buck 20 left to go in this first half. Back and forth. Stanford with the big lead early. Oregon State roaring back to take the advantage.
Oh,
there's Michael. Poke checks away. Can Jones stop him? Everybody crashing the boards. And here comes Stanford the other way. O'Connell, extra pass.
Nice pass.
Nice finish by Tates. Even better pass by O'Connell. And there's a 4-point swing right there as Oregon State unable to convert the fast break layup. Stanford does.
That's a textbook 2-on-1 fast break right there.
Stanford by a deuce.
Stanford's bench is into it, bringing a lot of energy, encouraging the guys that are on the floor.
Had a couple of 11-point leads. Did Stanford, but Reichel able to reverse it home to tie things up.
That was a beautiful reverse layup by Zach Reichel, more known for his outside shooting, but the lane was there. He took it and scored.
Reichel's got 6. About a 3-second differential between game and shot clock. Right now, 16 on the shot clock.
Yeah, O'Connell's going head tap, so I assume that's going to be a high pick and roll right here in the middle of the floor. Let's see what happens. Nope. Giving it to Oscar.
Short on that possession. Catch, shoot, Lucas, in and out, and that'll do it.
Yeah, and I think Stanford would have liked to get a better shot from that, especially from their big guy shooting the three. Should have tried to take that to the basket, but Oregon State's back in this bad boy.
Back and forth we go. Stanford with early leads, double-digit style. Oregon State roaring back, and we're tied at 33 apiece here at Gill Coliseum. Oregon State and Stanford going toe-to-toe. State Farm halftime report just around the corner. Stay tuned. Eldridge and I back after that. Bryce Wills, yes, he came down. It was not an ankle injury. You said it best. It looked like maybe something with the knee collapsed before he even landed on the shoe. And Bryce Wills out with the knee injury.
You know, and unfortunately, it looked like one of those ACL tears to me. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but just the way he planned it, and I saw the way he was running after that, just unfortunate. You know, one of our elite defenders and competitors in this league. You hate to see anybody get hurt, but with all that Stanford's been through, this is just another tough blow for them.
All right, Oregon State looking for its 4th straight victory. Stanford had a 3-game winning streak snapped with that loss at Oregon. They're looking to get back into the win column. Let's see what transpires. Second half underway. Ball belongs and will stay with Oregon State. Aggressive take to the cup by Ethan.
And we talked about him needing to be able to score a little bit more. In the first play of the second half, he's attacking the basket. But Stanford was ready with some good help. Defenders coming at him.
So Dejon Davis missing his 4th game, lower leg injury. Bryce Wills going out with the knee injury early in this game. So Stanford without its starting backcourt, and it is stellar. Long 3 by Ethan.
Yeah, first 2 shots of the second half, Oregon State, both by Ethan Thompson. And I'm surprised Zaire Williams is guarding him, the freshman. Tough assignment for him.
Zaire Williams with the 3 points, playing with a couple of fouls. Has been kind of quiet, the much ballyhooed freshman, but what do you see in the youngster that you like?
I saw him make some nice passes, and you know, most of the young kids just want to score, but he showed me here today that he can also pass the basketball. He has a high basketball IQ, and I think he's going to be a really good player. Not sure if he'll be at Stanford longer than 1 year, but he's going to be a stud, no doubt about that.
Williams trying to get the ball back from Jones. Oregon State would have none of it, and here's O'Connell with 10 on the shot clock. Nice interior look to Silva. Good interior defense by Reichel and company. And it's Reichel in the extended minutes for Tucker that play the good D.
Well, you can see the adjustment. I'm pretty sure Wayne Tink at halftime said we have to find this guy. He's one of the best players in our league. We got to give help down there, and that time they did.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Good tag team defense by Reichel and Tucker. So O'Connell will inbound it. And Stanford's got to get something going. The lob. And bailed out with just a second left on the shot clock.
Man, just imagine if he could have caught that ball in there. That would have been an awesome play for Delaire.
I was waiting for it.
Me too, but he came back down with it. Why did you come back down with it, young fella? You should have just threw that bad boy down.
So Tucker picks up the foul. Delaire, who can really sky, and he's got that 7'2" wingspan. I thought for sure, let's take it, E.
I mean, that is the perfect play. He should have just caught that thing and just dunked it. I don't know if he thought he was too far out, but boy, that would have been #1 on everybody's top 10 plays tonight.
All right, so by a deuce, Cardinal leading it.
Here's the matchup right here, and this is what's going to all come down to. Zaire Williams versus Ethan Thompson. If Ethan can get it going, Oregon State has a shot.
Kalu, basket didn't want it. Unlucky there for the shooter. Here comes Stanford and Williams.
Letitia has to be careful. He's really, really aggressive defensively. He has to be careful he doesn't pick up another foul. Nice pass.
Great look inside for De Silva, but how about Williams with the feed?
Well, you asked me what I was impressed with, and that's it right there. The young fella can pass the basketball. No doubt about that. Another beautiful assist.
So Stanford starting this game like they are starting the second half like they started the first half. And boom, the lead is in Stanford's back pocket. Thompson skipping the baseline. Jay, here's Reichel.
Oh, just great help defense by Stanford.
And almost traveled.
Yeah.
Kalu stepping back and short. Here comes Stanford.
Every time Oregon State player puts the ball on the floor, they find a defender.
Oh, and one. O'Connell, fearless going to the cup. He got hammered and got it done. Oh, what a finish by the freshman out of New York.
And the whole entire bench jumped up out of their seats. That just was being aggressive. Great move by O'Connell, attacking the rim on the fast break once again. He's not afraid to take it into that land of the trees. And
wow, what a finish by O'Connell as Kalu picks up his second. And that took some guts.
He showed us in the first half that he could take that ball coast to coast. And he gets a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
40-33 Stanford. O'Connell originally committing to Maryland to play lacrosse. And here he is wearing Stanford gear, playing hoops.
Well, look who's in the game now for Oregon State. The MVP of the first half, Gianni Hunt.
Gianni, wearing number 10. Excuse me, wearing 0. And Letitia with 10 has that dunk that we were talking about, but Hunt with all the points. A couple of tough luck opportunities. Nice job by Ethan for the Oregon State shooting squad. Good looks. Here's Letitia.
Yeah, Ethan Thompson got lucky that time because he let Zaire Williams get behind him. Tough shot.
Gianni tried to keep it alive. Instead, we're going the other way. O'Connell again smelling a trip to the foul line, and doesn't care if he gets knocked to the floor. He's going to have a couple of tosses.
He's finding his rhythm, man. He realizes that his game in this particular game is attacking the rim on a fast break, and once again takes his time, finds the seam, and draws the foul. Outstanding job by O'Connell. He looks a little winded.
What a great job by O'Connell off the bench. He's been a real spark plug for Haas. He's got 7 points. That matches his season high, the freshman out of New York.
Like I said, and it's next man up. Someone goes down with either foul trouble or injury. You have to be ready to play. And O'Connell was definitely ready here today.
So it was 33 apiece at the break. And it's been all Stanford the first few minutes of this second half.
Oh.
Inside look.
Yeah.
Stanford fell asleep. Tucker scores.
All the attention played on Ethan Thompson. Both defenders, one of them wanted to switch. Zaire Williams tried to stay with him. Left Tucker wide open for the easy two.
Williams blocked inside. Second opportunity, third opportunity. And De Silva scores. He'll go to the line for an and one.
He's just too big, too good down there, and he's all over the offensive glass. You know, as we see the really tough shot attempt by Zaire Williams gets blocked. But there's Oscar De Silva right there. You know, we call garbage points. But I'm sure he'll take them.
Tate's back on the floor. Can Lucas get things going for Oregon State? 45-36. What a start by Stanford in this second half.
Yeah, O'Connell gave him a good spark. He was a little winded, like I said, so they're going to give him a little bit of blow. Let's see if Noah Tate could keep up the consistency with a good aggressive play.
Blue drive, kick, tough look by Lucas, and he hits the three, much needed.
Well, you can't help off of him, man. You have to know that he's a three-point shooter. You can't help off of certain people, and he's one of those guys, because if you do just like that, he's going to make you pay. 6
points now for Lucas, 45-38. Ball not free. Hunt on the move. Unlucky there as Thompson gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
And we see Maurice Kalou here. We see Delira just that little bit of heads to try to help. Gave Jared Lucas that space, and he's gonna knock it down. 3 balls is what he do, baby. Corner pocket or anywhere else. He is a hit man for hire.
Let's see if Oregon State can carve into that deficit. Thompson will go to the line again, and you see a more aggressive Ethan Thompson going to the rim and not settling for the J.
He is. Oregon State knows he has to score if they're going to win this game, but I thought that was really good defense by Zaire Williams up until the end when he brought his hand down. I think if he'd have kept his hands up high, and no way Ethan Thompson was going to convert. I like his competitiveness. You know, the freshman going up against one of the best players in the Pac-10, the Pac-12, trying to D him up. That's impressive to see.
So Thompson splashing home the first one. He's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Goes to the line more than anybody else wearing the Beaver gear. And every point is going to be precious in this one.
Yes, it is. We got to see if Tate can handle this pressure.
And here it comes. Steps back. And the break belongs to Silva. You bet.
That's another great assist by Zaire Williams. Not forcing anything. And of course, Oscar Silva, once he gets it in the paint, you can just count that bad boy.
Yeah. Tates did a nice job of not panicking, and Williams with a really good job of keeping that head up and finding the open man. Kalou. Stepping through, Hunt, nothing there. Great defense by Hunt, able to strip that ball from Tates, and here comes Oregon State.
You talk about quick hands, and not only does he have quick feet, he has quick hands as well. Once again, you can't.
Big three by Lucas. He's got a couple in this second half.
You have to know where he is, and I don't understand what Stanford is doing. There's certain guys you can't help off of, and that guy right there is one of them. Number 2, stick to him like glue.
2 triples in this game, both in the second half, keeping Oregon State close. De Silva battling. What a job by De Silva to find the flying Delaire. Boy, there's the flush.
Just 2 really good-looking athletes. Both guys long, lean, active. I like Delaire's game. Oh, boy. If he shot that one from the hash mark, I think I would have ran out of the arena. Oh, Jared Lucas is ready.
Kalou answers with the triple.
Well, he's another guy that can flat out shoot the 3 ball. Came into this one shooting 54% from the field. Didn't score in the first half, but if he gets hot, watch out.
Delaire with 11. That's his season high. Oregon State with a chance to tie in the triple.
Heat check.
And there it is. Way to call it, Carter. Lucas with his 3rd triple of the half. And he's got that big mean going.
And I love it when shooters shoot. They get excited. And Jared Lucas is absolutely feeling it right now.
Oregon State's bench up. Nice board by Alatiche. Back rimming off is Thompson. He just kind of bows his head. He really wanted to step in and hit that one.
We've had some good performances here today. Gianni Hunt in the first half. Jared Lucas here in the second half.
Don't forget Delaire. And again, at 49 apiece, Stanford, this is the opportunity to go in front. Kalou has had a couple of tough luck outside Jays in this second half.
That was a really good look for him, man. Those are the ones that he normally knocks down, but I know he's not going to stop shooting. Okay, Oregon State has had to send some help here.
Delaire, they're looking for him on the fly, and instead the push will go against Oregon State. Jared Lucas, very, very quiet in the first half. Sophomore guard out of California, getting hot real quick in this second half.
You give him room, man, you can forget about it.
You bet. 3 triples in this stanza alone. City, Stanford, OSU tied at 49 apiece in a rare Monday matinee matchup in Pac-12 men's hoops. Jared Lucas, known for his 3-point shooting, and he has been so hot as of late. Really hot this second half.
And it always surprises me when a guy is a specialist. He's a specialist. He's a 3-point shooter. You know his name has been highlighted on the scouting report, but for some reason, he finds himself wide open. And if that young man is open, he's going to let it fly. And he hit 3 of them here in the second half.
Last 5 games, including this, as De Silva gets an and one. Lucas is shooting 50% from beyond the arc.
And we talked about this in the first half. That's just absolutely too easy for one of the best players in our league. A baseline out of bounds play.
Yep.
He just flashes right to the ball and scores. Oscar De Silva 2 times Pac-12 Player of the Week already. They have to know about him. He's got game stats, man. He's got 20 and 9 already with 12:55 left to play.
So De Silva short on that free throw attempt, and Stanford has been going to the line a ton. 14 for 18 now from the charity stripe. The lead is Stanford's. They burst out of the gates to start the second half. Oregon State climbing closer, and there's Alatishe with the second flush.
He's springy, man. I didn't even think he was going to dunk that, but he did it so easy. Boy, does he have bounce.
6 points now for the transfer out of Nicholls State. There's the double team. Too strong, too deep. There's De Silva again.
It's too late, man. You have to double him on the pass. While the ball is in the air, you got to send somebody because he is just flat out having his way.
22 points now for De Silva. Had a career-high 32 against Northridge. He might be sniffing that today.
He just might get it, and the way he's on a roll right now. Wouldn't surprise me.
Stanford by a deuce, riding the hot hand of De Silva. Lucas has been hot for Oregon State. Bringing down rain as that shot from Hunt. He had to beat the shot clock. We'll go the other way.
Well, how impressive is Oscar De Silva at 6'9", guarding Gianni Hunt out there on the perimeter. You gotta love that. That's the versatility of Stanford's bigs. And once again, he's just getting too deep.
Look at that footwork, and nobody's bouncing or bumping him off that spot, and it basically is a layup drill for De Silva right now.
He's having his way, and because it's one-on-one down there, and he's too good to play one-on-one. You have to send somebody on the pass.
24 now for De Silva. Been to the free throw line 8 times. You know how aggressive he is, hitting 6 of those, and a high percentage guy today as well. Oregon State needs a bucket. Lucas.
I knew it was going up, man. Anytime he starts dancing with that thing in his left hand, he's going to give you a little hesitation to pull.
Alatishe has had a couple of dunks in this game. First one brought us off our chairs. This one, well, kind of ordinary, but that's the way this guy rolls. De Silva, though, has been the story for Stanford. Nearing 30 points. He is.
Yeah, you have to send a double team on the pass, in my opinion.
Was in foul trouble against Oregon the other night. Only finished, and you say only when it's 11 points for De Silva. You're so used to stratosphere kind of stuff, and today he's putting on a clinic. Catch and shoot, Lucas. Man.
Speaking of putting on a clinic,
Yeah.
that man is putting on a shooting clinic. Jared Lucas on fire.
12 points now for Lucas. Make that 15. He's got the 4 triples, has absolutely come alive this second half.
And he's Oregon State's second leading scorer. He comes off the bench, but you can see why. He just has a beautiful shot. He's not hesitant at all. If he's open, he's going to let it go.
And just a sophomore. So good in Tinkle's system. De Silva, there's the double team. O'Connell. Rimming out. All right, so Oregon State with the ball has a chance.
Yeah, Stanford with bad spacing that time on the offensive end. The Silva and Keith were maybe 4 feet from each other. The spacing just wasn't good. Cardinal was forced to shoot a 3 that I know he didn't want to take.
Hunt so hot for Oregon State in the first half. Lucas in the second half. Jab, step, and here's Thompson. Little room in that lane. Will not go to the free throw line, Will Thompson, as the pass was kicked out. Foul against.
Yeah, if Ethan could have held on to that one a little bit longer, just threw it up at the basket, he'd have been shooting free throws, but instead, they're going to call it for the pass.
So Jones whistled for his 3rd foul, team's 4th. Inbounding will be Reichel. And you know, every time Lucas touches it, he's thinking,
he wants to let it go.
I know he did.
He wants to let that bad boy go. I'm hugging him like he's my girlfriend if I'm O'Connell.
Lucas.
Man, I do not. You can't help off that guy. Why are they trying to help off of him? You got the slow drag, and you remember the slow drag? You know the slow drag when you get real close. You got a slow drag with him, baby girl. And if you give him some room, he is going to make you pay.
Thompson with a great feed. He attracted the double there, and then the kick to an open Lucas who needed just a sliver of room. Beavers back on top by a deuce.
I think Oregon State is a lot happy if Oscar De Silva is going to sit out there behind that 3-point line and launch some threes instead of playing down in the paint. Yep.
That won't last long. De Silva will go down where he has been lethal. Reichel.
Oh.
Misses the contested shot at the rim.
Yeah, he got right there. Great drive.
Jones. Reichel gets him. Jones delivers the triple. In foul trouble. Stays on the floor. That's a huge stick for the sophomore.
And this is turning into the Wild Wild West. We got a shootout at the OK Corral. Jared Lucas putting on his show. We know Spencer Jones can shoot the rock too. If he gets hot, watch out.
Stanford doesn't make a living shooting a 3-point shot, but this guy leads the club in triples and 3-point attempts, and that thing in traffic getting clobbered was true.
He's got great size at 6'7", you know, and he's a specialist as well. What he does is shoot 3-point shots. Hadn't been able to get much going so far here today, but maybe that'll get him going.
So Jones in foul trouble, those are his first points of the game. And he usually gives you about 7.
Yeah, he's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end.
So a chance for the 4-point play for Spencer Jones, sophomore out of Kansas. And this could tie things up. Rims out.
Yeah, as great of a 3-point shooter he is, you think those free throws will be easy money.
58, 57, Cardinal with the lead, my bad. And Hunt says, wait a second, not so fast.
Well, Stanford just forgot about him. Zaire Williams and Spencer Jones was confused about who they were defending. Left Gianni Hunt wide open. The star of the first half knocked it down.
Hunt now just continues to add on his career high with 16 points now. 4 triples for Hunt, 5 triples for Lucas.
I mean, what great production off the bench for Oregon State. 2 guys, career days.
O'Connell, boy, has he been good and solid off the bench for Haas. When Wills goes down, O'Connell comes in, playing a ton of minutes and delivering.
He's looking good. He's a nice-looking player, playing with a lot of confidence. Just taking what the game gives him, man. He's not forcing anything. Just happened to be in the right place at the right time on that one.
Crashing the offensive boards. Good ball movement. Kalu still can't heat up as he did against Cal.
He had Lucas for one more. If he'd have made the extra pass, he had a guy that's on fire, wide open.
Stanford with a chance to reclaim the lead. Hilaire almost dragged that pivot foot. Here's O'Connell. Again, O'Connell.
He's a nice-looking player, man. Under control, the pull-up jumper, the mid-range game is pretty much non-existent in today's basketball, but boy, that was gorgeous.
O'Connell now with his first double-digit game in college basketball. He's got 11.
He's going to play a lot more, there's no doubt about that.
Great job by Dallaire to step in and take that charge. 62-60, just under 7, getting late in this second half. And how about Jared Lucas, not doing much in the first half, going nuts this second half.
And Stanford just lost him, and I tell you what, he's playing the role of Doc Holliday, and every time they leave him open, he's saying, "I'll be your Huckleberry, baby." And he is knocking him down. Jared Lucas on fire.
All those triples coming in the second half. Lucas now with 18 points, 5 3-pointers.
He's a hitman for hire, and this last 6:57, Stanford has to know where he is. And if I'm Jared House, I'm just not helping off of him. I don't care. I'll give up the 2, but I'm hugging him in a slow drag style.
Hunt with his career high, too. Remember, Lucas had the 21 points against Stanford last year, so he clearly likes playing against this Cardinal defense.
I just love his attitude, and he's coming in there, and like you said, if you give him a little bit of daylight, he's going to launch that thing.
Why not? All right, Stanford with the ball with the lead.
I've been impressed with Michael O'Connell here today. He's done an outstanding job. Once again, no help on the Silva. He's just going to take that bad boy right to the basket.
And it looks like if that foul's on Kalu, that'll be his 4th. And it is.
It looks like Wayne is going to leave him in. I don't see anybody getting up off the bench to come in.
So remember that Roman Silva unable to go for Oregon State today, their regular starter. COVID-19 protocol, along with all of those assistant coaches who were not able to coach again today, just like against Cal. So that hurts Oregon State's depth in the big man department.
Yeah, we see Tucker comes back in for him. I think that's just a bad matchup for Kalu going up against the Silva, who's so versatile at 6'9", can play on the interior and on the outside.
26 now for De Silva. Thompson slices right through the defense.
Yeah, he switched hands, uses his left to finish it off the glass. That's just a veteran move by Ethan Thompson.
8 points now for Thompson. A string of 15 straight double-figure games for Thompson snapped against Portland State when he only had 7. He's a deuce away from the usual double-figure game. De Silva squares up into the double team. Extra pass for Williams. Big 3 for the youngster.
That was huge, man. But he did a great job of passing the ball and creating some space. He relocated. Oscar De Silva saw the double coming. Hit him for a wide open 3.
De Silva with 3 assists now. The lead is 5 for Stanford. 5:41 left to go. Inside look. Bodies flying. Block inside. I think it was Dallaire that got it, and here comes Stanford.
Oh, they called Zaire Williams for stepping on the sideline. Didn't realize where he was.
Zaire Williams, highest rated prospect in Stanford history, having a complete game.
Well, he relocated and gave Oscar De Silva some room to operate, and when a double came, just squared his shoulders up in his feet and knocked that bad boy down. That was a nice play by Zaire Williams.
Top small forward prospect in the class of 2020. 5-star kid, McDonald's All-American, U19 USA national team, and again, highest prospect in Stanford history.
Well, one of the things I've been impressed with is his willingness to guard Oregon State's best player, as we see.
Great effort by Alatishe on the tip-in. Scotting to put the miss back.
And he gets off the floor so easy. Warren Alatishe, ladies and gentlemen, just jumping off the trampoline.
Lucas looking for another triple. And on the weak side, there's Alatishe. 1 possession lead. UCLA's injury situation.
Yeah.
With Chris Smith lost to the ACL. That hurts in a big way.
Chris Smith, I really enjoyed watching him play last year, and I thought this year he was going to have a great senior season. But just a tough break for him, but I wish him well, wish him a full and speedy recovery.
Same with Dante with Oregon with the recent ACL blowout. So here we go, stretch run time. Another foul going against.
That one's going to be against Zach Reichel.
Yep,
a little bit too aggressive, trying to deny the handoff there.
So 3 fouls now on Reichel. And free throw city for Stanford, already 16 for 21 from the free throw line.
I think that foul is supposed to be, I think Delaire is supposed to be at the line because that's who Zach Reichel was defending, but let's see what happens.
I agree.
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
we're wrong.
Again, here's De Silva, 8 for 10 from the charity stripe going into these tosses. 26 points now, the 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Another complete game for the big German.
It's interesting to me, Ann, that Stanford doesn't put anybody on the line. I mean, I haven't seen this.
Yeah, that is weird.
You know, at this point in the game. It's not like Oregon State's, you know, the Los Angeles Lakers fast breakers to death.
De Silva, second in scoring in the Pac-12, makes 1 of 2. Lead is 4 for Stanford, under 5 to go. Thompson runs into the double, and the travel goes against Ethan.
Just great defense by Zaire Williams, and I can't say it enough. You know, for a freshman to come in here and challenge a team who's one of the better players in the league, and he's not backing down at all. This is great one-on-one defense, and then great help at the end by Oscar De Silva.
Williams running him right into the help defense, moving his feet, and Zaire was more than happy to help. Turnover, Oregon State.
Well, any kind of side pick and roll action Oregon State is trying to run, Stanford is pushing it down. They're forcing it down to the baseline, so that's not working. But I'm impressed with the young fella's attitude and accepting the challenge defensively.
De Silva all the way to the rim. Another layup, if you will, for De Silva. Unbelievable game for Oscar, and he is bringing it tonight with 29.
Well, Maurice Kalou just can't guard him off the dribble. Oscar puts that ball on the floor, and he's able to go wherever he wants.
Wide open look, three-pointer. Kalou back rimming off. Battle for that rebound into the hands of Delaire. 2-possession lead for Stanford.
Yeah, this is a big one here. Oregon State needs to stop. Here's that matchup again, and you see Oscar De Silva just knows. He knows he can take Maurice Kalou anytime he wants. So anytime he gets him in a one-on-one situation, he's just putting the ball on the floor. And once again, you have to send some help because Kalou can't guard him.
And by the time De Silva gets close, he looks like a fullback. They're just protecting the ball. Look at that. Cradles it, and it's a layup drill. Bench going nuts, and Stanford now leading by 8 late.
And this has been a good one here today as well.
So 72-64. It was 60 apiece about 4 minutes ago, and Stanford is 5 of their last 5. Red hot. De Silva leading the way.
Yeah, he's having his way. 31 points. He's just doing whatever he wants when he's in a one-on-one situation, so you have to send help.
Bodies flying.
Yeah, Warwick Alatishe hanging in the air like a helicopter. Got his own offensive rebound, but then got tied up, I think, with Spencer Jones there.
So Jones whistled for that foul. Good hustle play by everybody involved, but Jones picks up his 4th.
He's so quick with his second jump, man. Warwick Alatishe, he's so quick off the floor. And he shot that ball, and he beat everybody back to the offensive rebound.
Alatishe with the 8 points to go along with 8 rebounds and 4 blocks. Filling up the stat sheet. Play whistle dead. Lucas coming off that pick.
He keeps his gun loaded, and ain't no doubt about that.
So Williams whistled for his 4th.
That's a big one there.
So there's Lucas off the pick again. O'Connell playing better defense that time. 3:30 left to go in the game. Obvious statement, Oregon State needs a bucket. Thompson spins into the double. Extra pass. In and out is Franklin.
Oh, that was a great look. Made the right decision, just couldn't hit it.
Some heat coming from Oregon State. 10-second violation. Good job by Oregon State's defense. Stanford not recognizing that 10-second count.
Well, Oscar De Silva just relaxed. As you said, he just wasn't aware of the count. He kind of fell asleep on that one. That's a huge turnover.
Can Oregon State make Stanford pay? Both of these clubs at 1-1 in conference play. Oregon State will be heading to the mountain schools next. Washington and Washington State next for Stanford. Where they'll play, anybody's guess. Scheduled for quote-unquote home, but that could mean anywhere. Hunt.
Offensive foul. Yeah.
And Jared Hess, who made a living doing that while he played at KU, drawing the charges, getting the floor burns. He's got to love that.
Well, Spencer Jones, known more for his shooting, just steps in and takes the charge. I mean, just a great job by Spencer. You can see clear as day, you don't need to be an official to make that call.
That took some guts because Jones has the 4 fouls.
It does.
And that's a big missed opportunity for Oregon State, down by 8. They're going to have to play the D again. There's De Silva with the high pick.
Oh, wow.
And one. How about the game by Jake Dallaire, getting the start today and feeling very comfortable with the responsibility.
And I like what I see from him. 6'9", can put it on the floor. And I mean, this is a tough shot going to your left, but what a great screen by Spencer Jones. He screened 2 guys. Made that an easy attempt at the end for Dallaire.
Dallaire with the 3-point play. What a game.
Yeah, that was huge.
For Dallaire. 14-9. Easily his best game of the season. Wow. And now a big deficit for Oregon State. Coming in and out is Thompson.
Ethan just can't get it going here today.
Not today.
Another good look.
And obviously Stanford, game and clock management in their favor to slow things down.
Oh, nice backdoor cut.
How about the cut and the feed? So De Silva and Dallaire. Wow, that is as pretty as it gets.
I'm with you on that one, and doesn't get any prettier than that. And that's your power forward making that backdoor pass. Just absolutely gorgeous. Oregon State overextends their defense. Always backdoor cuts your guy at the 3-point line as he's overplaying you, boys and girls.
Look at this.
Gorgeous pass.
And they just read each other so well. Timing was absolutely perfect. Looks like Dallaire was whistled for that. Technical, might have been chirping a little bit.
I sure wish they would have gave Gary Payton some of those back in the day.
Listen to you, listen to you.
He did. Dallaire doesn't even look like the type of guy to talk no smack, man. Come on. He's like an honor student.
Gary, I think Gary would love that compliment from you.
Gary, if you're watching, man, you talked some smack back in the day, brother. Yes, indeed. I can hear him chirping right now. Look at it. Always with that scowl on his face. GP.
There he is, one of the all-time greats ever. Ralph Miller and company. Gosh, Gary Payton.
And Oregon State doesn't look like they're sure what they're trying to run on the offensive end. I see guys looking around. They look confused. You would think, and somebody has to set some screens for Jared Lucas. He's their best 3-point shooter on the floor.
And
Ethan Thompson as well, yeah. Oh, great help defense by Oscar De Silva.
Great job by De Silva on the block. Alatiche misses at the rim. Lucas didn't look as comfortable mid-range as he does setting his feet from beyond the arc.
I agree with you. That's not his shot, the mid-range jumper. And now Stanford is going to try to use as much of this clock as they can.
This game looked like it was going to go down to the wire, and instead a double-digit lead for Stanford with $1:20 left to go. The game originally scheduled for Thursday, both teams being patient with COVID protocols in place, and Stanford sticking around and playing today. It's just been delightful to have everybody along with us.
They've been in the state of Oregon for a while.
Yeah.
They really have. They earned this one, though, and you know, when Bryce Wills went out in the first half, I was saying to myself, I don't know if their guards can handle the pressure, but they've done a really nice job. And then led by Oscar De Silva. He's just been missing everything for him. Delaire's had a nice game as well.
Delaire with 17 points now, going for 18. His career high, if you're wondering, is 21 off there. And Oregon State is going to need some kind of miracle at this point. Silly foul by O'Connell to stop the clock.
Yeah, that's the one thing you don't want to do, but he's a freshman. He'll learn. You don't want to stop the clock, like you said, when you're up just over a minute to go.
But boy, I'm not dogging O'Connell. What a game he's had to come in for the injured Bryce Wills with 11 points, 8 boards, and even, you know, offensively, 4 offensive boards. He's been very aggressive.
And he hadn't scored in his 2 previous Pac-12 games, so he, like you said, he's done a fantastic job. I think he's earned himself some minutes going forward. He looked really comfortable. He looked really confident. Didn't try to do anything he couldn't do. You know, got that easy one on the fast break, and after that, the confidence just soared.
So, excuse me, he's got the 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and no turnovers for O'Connell.
No turnovers. That's huge.
That's impressive. Nothing called.
Yeah, a little bit of flop by Lucas.
Under a minute to go. Williams will take his time. On the shot clock. O'Connell's going to have to do something with it. Look at that block by Alatishe, his 5th rejection.
Yeah, and it's too bad we couldn't see him, you know, for a good 30 minutes. He picked up those fouls in the first half because he looks like a really exciting player to watch with his athleticism.
So Hunt will go to the line. There's a good look at Alatishe. Hunt, the sophomore, who just couldn't miss in that first half.
Oh, he gave him a great spark. I thought he played outstanding, yeah.
Yeah, 16 points, a career high. 4 triples for Hunt, 5 triples for Lucas. But Tinkle's very adamant about Oregon State wanting to play an inside-out established game and not having to rely on the 3. But that's the 3-point shooting actually got Oregon State back in this game.
Well, when it's going, man, you got to go with the flow.
You bet. What do you like about Stanford today, Eldridge?
Their resilience. You know, I thought when Bryce Wills went out, and I'm being honest here, I thought they were in trouble. But they just regrouped. Mike O'Connell came off the bench and was ready to play, and Oscar De Silva was the man. I mean, he just pretty much dominated Oregon State here today. Just an outstanding job by him. Delaire did his thing. I'm impressed with Stanford. To be on the road all season long has to be tough. And for them to come in here and bounce back from that Oregon loss, I tell you what, I tip my hat to him. Great job.
Franklin picked up his 4th, by the way. You mentioned De Silva's numbers. 31 points, 11 for 16 from the floor, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. So another double-double for De Silva, and easy pickings there. Another 30-point game for De Silva.
And he was flat out the man, and that's just it, plain and simple. He did whatever he wanted to do.
"17 seconds left. Mop-up time for Stanford. Again, O'Connell, brilliant coming off the bench. All he has done to contribute to the cause when Wills went down early in this game with the knee injury.
Yeah, I like that young man right there. He's got nice size, plays at a good pace, keeps his composure. It says 6'2", 185, but he looks stronger than that to me.
Has said his body was Pac-12 ready. Amen.
It sure is.
Yep. There he is with another rebound. And that'll do it. Stanford getting out of Dodge. Eldridge with the 81-71 victory. Remember, it was tied at 60 apiece with just under 8 to play, and Stanford took over.
Hey, Stanford, you know, I got to tip my hat to him. I'll say it again. Bryce Wills goes out of the game. You don't know who's going to step up. Michael O'Connell